This is decoy voice Nick Chutz. Nick Chutz? Juts? Juts? I don't know what that is. Took the Chinese and Korean mobs. Oh, I think he meant just. He misspelled it. Nick just took the Chinese and Korean mob. This is decoy voice.
Like $12.9 million on 7,000 patients, and you said there's not 7,000 patients. Are you committing fraud? Does this daycare pay you to come here?
여기.
You just said yes.
Imagine since Nick's getting Koreans, I just switched up into, I always knew Shirley was a snake. He's now putting me specifically in danger, since only simple imbeciles think catching criminals equals accusations of an entire ethnicity. I say this jokingly as a Korean, but there are idiots that actually believe this.
One of the largest fraud schemes in America is taking place in New York City, as billions of dollars is being defrauded by organized Korean and Chinese mafias. In the state of New York, government-funded personal assistance has become the #1 fastest growing industry in the state, going from $2.5 billion in 2019 to now nearly $12 billion in 2025. Locations like Flushing, Queens have more than 70 adult daycares within just a few blocks. Some of these daycares receiving more than $40 million to watch the elderly play board games at the taxpayers' expense.
Now, a bulk of this segment just explains how they indeed provide services to elderly Asians, as sadly, adult daycares is a booming business since you're just billing the taxpayer. What's advertised as healthcare, a human right, has just become a jobs program ripe with fraud. And now with the mayor saying the same for universal childcare, they're likely going to see more of the same sort of scam.
This adult daycare right here billed $12.9 million. In adult daycare, they paid $10.8 million. And in transportation, they paid $2.1 million. They bust these old people in and then they bring them in here and then they're taking kickback. Oh, I would like to sign my grandma up for daycare.
Can you repeat that again?
I would like to sign my grandma for daycare.
She's American, right?
Yeah.
But no American here, so...
So you're discriminating against Americans?
No, no discrimination. But there are only Koreans here, so I think she cannot get along with other people because they cannot speak English.
Imagine spending...
Then they don't belong. Then they don't belong. I don't care how elderly they are. I don't care how sweet they are. They don't belong. I'm still the one that was pissed off that my abuela and abuela couldn't speak English. They lived in America for like 30 some odd years before they passed. They didn't speak a word of English.
Your whole life paying taxes, not being able to afford healthcare, to discover that 12 million of your American tax dollars went to providing daytime activities to adults that never bothered to learn the language. As sadly, we're seeing these parallel communities pop up everywhere across the country, where they share zero similarities between language, culture, or even beliefs. But the only thing they do have in common is complete dependence on America's tax dollars.
Do you think it's true that a lot of these daycares are like committing fraud?
I heard some other daycares are doing fraud, but we don't do fraud thing.
Gone to daycare? Where'd I come from?
Yes.
Oh, I come from around here.
Yes.
We're just concerned about where our tax dollars are going. So, and how come you guys are the daycare that receives the most amount of money here in Flushing, Queens?
We have a lot of members.
This is the most hilarious shot of the episode, and I don't even think Nick noticed, as she's casually slipping in with a $5,000 YSL beach bag. As also in the frame is a 177-person capacity. This business seems like it's only floor 2 and sees 7,800 plus patients. I'm no math Asian, but this just doesn't seem likely.
No math Asian. Oh my gosh. The fact that this stuff is allowed to thrive. Again, in every situation there is, it's us humans that are the problem. I mean, always, it's us humans.
Not impossible, but at least worth a little investigating, so why is it up to a YouTuber to do it?
How many members do you guys have?
I don't have to tell you.
Because here it says you guys have 7,899.
Where did you get this information?
Oh, it's actually from the public databases of CMS and HHS.
Do I have to tell you the number?
But you guys have 7,000 members, for instance?
No, we don't have 7,000 members.
Are you guys overbilling then? Because you guys are getting paid per patient $1,600, and that's how you guys got $12.9 million in 2024.
I don't know how they calculate.
How come you guys billed for 7,000 people?
Do I have to tell you?
Well, you like $12.9 million on 7,000 patients, and you said there's not 7,000 patients. Are you committing fraud? Like, are these numbers wrong?
Please, sir.
$12.9 million?
Please, sir.
That's a lot of money. All right, we will leave. You could have just answered the questions. Now,
I said I don't want
now
to.
people are going to be wondering if
I
you
said I
committed
don't
fraud.
want to, but why you keep asking me? I said I don't want to tell you the information.
Well,
Then why?
these are taxpayer dollars, so
For what?
Why do these suspected fraudsters always seem so indignant at the idea that tax dollars shouldn't be stolen? As I know nothing about that guy, but judging by his enunciations, he, like me, was not born in America. I don't know what he specifically contributed to the tax base, but judging by his annoyance at Nick, he likely hasn't contributed much if he isn't concerned when it's stolen. As he openly admits, there's no way we treat 7,000 patients in this tiny facility, so someone's money is being spent on services not actually received. And if he was not the recipient of the alleged fraud, he should be equally angry at the idea that a couple extra $1 million got washed through that business. But his indignance makes me believe it's him.
sir, is it possible to have 7,000 people on that one floor? Like, that's how simple it is. Just answer the question.
After he couldn't answer any of your questions, he then called the cops on us.
So the fraudster's going to call the cops on us. You do realize you're calling the cops on yourself, right? So this is how the operation works. They bring them in through the transportation company. They bring them in right to this door into this adult daycare, and then they bill Medicaid. 7,000 people are supposed to fit on that second floor right there.
The fact that this is allowed is the sad part. The fact that this is allowed, the fact that there is it's because of this we need to stop all like these aid programs. We really do. We really do. Because of the people who misuse it. We need to go back to where it was like the family's responsibility to make sure their parents were taken care of. If you've alienated your kids, then it's your own fault that you end up not having someone there to support you. It's your own fault. Sorry, not sorry. The thing is, like, can I help support my parents? No, financially not. Good thing my brothers are better off than me. But the thing is, like, or you plan for your own retirement like my parents did. That they save for their own retirement. So they're set unless the market takes a massive dive. Unless it takes a massive dive. But the thing is, like, I think we should remove all these subsidies and everything and start from the ground up. Utilize AI. Utilize AI. And we need to have the medical system. We need to have the visa, social security numbers, everything interlinked. Someone needs to be able to like in the state in the government, type in someone's name and know how many times they've traveled to X and Y hospital. What are they in treatment for? You know, something a cursory glance, not in depth, but like a cursory glance. They need to be able to know when that person was declared deceased, not continuously sending out voter ballots for the dead because nobody in government knows that this 300-year-old person died in the 1600s. Well, technically the US wasn't even formed by then, but yeah. 1776. But the thing is, like, we need to have the system completely overhauled. And honestly, that's why I'm not completely against AI, because AI could literally take the humans' jobs. And the thing is, the humans are on the take. The humans are easily paid off. The humans are easily won over. AI is a machine. You're not going to talk to a machine and give a machine money for, well, unless it's like a ATM or something, or a vending machine. You're not going to give an ATM machine, you're not going to give an AI money to be like, can you look past this? It'll do the numbers. It'll do the books. It'll handle everything for you. It'll do the investigation. It'll do all that kind of stuff. That's what we need, because we have too many people taking advantage of everything. Too many people. My money's paying for this. My money paid for her bag. What her bag costs, I don't even make in 3 months. What her bag costs, I don't even make in 3 months. That's sad. That's sad.
Dude just snitched on himself. Hello, ma'am. How are you? Does this daycare give kickbacks? Does this daycare pay you to come here? She just said yes. She said yeah. God bless you. I love your shirt, USA. She just said they get kickbacks.
And honestly, I don't think that lady speaks enough English to admit anything. But why would she? She's going to a Korean daycare, sandwiched in between.
There is a health ID for that in India. Yeah. India has health ID, voter ID, all the stuff the US is trying to, needs, it doesn't have. It doesn't have. Of course it doesn't have.
a Chinese trading company selling restaurant supplies, small items, and logo design, which, judging by their signs, graphic design, I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't just a front for Chinese money laundering. But it's also beside this Korean preschool as Nick nonstop walks by healthcare facilities, discovering the same exact scam everywhere.
This place received $9.4 million and it said it had 8,060 patients. My name's Nick. We're coming through. We just over at Sunrise Senior Daycare, and we've been going to a few of the daycares around here trying to look for the best one possible for our grandma Debbie.
Will you look? Because I'm busy right now. But I think we don't accept a new member. Right?
No members? Why not?
Yes, because we have enough.
How many do you guys have? It says you guys have 8,000 patients here.
No.
Around 8,000?
No, who say that?
HHS? $9.4 million.
Sorry. Okay.
Do you guys have 8,000 patients?
No.
No. Did you guys bill for 8,000 patients in 2024?
No, that's too much. No.
Yeah, it is a lot, right? $9.4 million.
It's just crazy.
Do you guys receive money from Medicaid?
No. What are you talking about?
And who knows if they're the masterminds behind any of this or not. Just because you work at the laundromat up top doesn't mean you knew anything about the meth facility beneath it. Or the idea that the frontline employees don't even know what's funding their operation, again points me to fraud.
This place made $7.6 million in 2025. It's not your business. It actually is because it's our tax dollars. It's public information from the HHS. What? So what?
Yeah, you pay all this tax?
You guys received $5.5 million?
No.
$5.5 million.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
This place received $8.6 million in 2025. They billed the state for 406 beneficiaries. My name's Nick Shirley.
No, it's on the surface.
And sir, could you just answer the question?
No.
In
No.
2024, billed over $17 million, and there's 122,000 claims. What's the main service you guys provide?
I cannot answer it.
You guys do, well, I mean, 99% of all your services come from one code.
We then headed over to a daycare that had a pharmacy on one side and another medical facility on the other side.
The most common job in the state of New York by twofold is personal care services that are hired when you go to one of these programs. There's a strip there. There are more than half a dozen pharmacies, back to back to back. We got one here, two, another pharmacy.
So right here we have another adult daycare. Look at
Across the street. These folks tend to be from China and Korea.
To the untrained American eye, Korean and Chinese can seem somewhat similar when they couldn't be further apart culturally. But when you don't think about this situation racially, but criminally, you'll realize this isn't an attack on Asians, this is an investigation on criminals. As fraud in America has become so unbelievably easy, bad actors from every single culture from Koreans, Chinese, Russians, and Somalians all seem to coincidentally stumble on the same exact scheme. As remember, Dr. Oz found nearly the same exact thing in Los Angeles.
A third of all these programs in the entire country are in Los Angeles. Ask yourself, how is that possible? And we believe that at least half of the hospices in the entire area around Los Angeles are fraudulent. And today we announced 800 of those hospices have been suspended. That's getting us close to where we think we should be. 800 hospices that last year charged the federal taxpayer $1.4 billion.
But California's Governor Gavin Newsom rushed in to call it a civil rights violation.
Governor Gavin Newsom's office is filing a civil rights complaint against Dr. Oz, who's currently serving as administrator of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. The governor is seeking an investigation into Oz's, quote, baseless and racist allegations against Armenian.
Why can't criminals just be criminals? Why can't criminals just be criminals? Why does it have to have race attached to it? Again, I blame 2008 for this. I never heard of like racial tensions until President Obama ran. Hand to a Bible. I didn't know it was a thing. I honestly didn't know it was a thing. Sure, I had seen like what is it? American History X. I had seen like A Time to Kill. I had seen like the Amistad. I've seen films that like dictated the history of like how racist America has been. But I personally never saw it. But then again, I grew up in like a lower income. My parents did great, but we were lower middle class. My mother had 5 sons, so 5 boys. We eat a lot. We ate the entire money. We ate all the money, and I was medically ill, so there was that too. But yeah, it's all this stuff. I didn't know race was a thing still. And then 2008, and then Floyd nonsense, and then all this, just like, no, we've gone too far. People utilizing race as a get out of jail free card. Some cases literally.
Americans in California.
As no true American cares where the fraud is from. We just care if they're incarcerated, preferably forever, doing hard labor. As at least to me, I don't care if it's a Leering Center providing childcare to nobody, or Koreans pretending 200 ajamas are actually 7,000. Theft is theft, and anybody trying to deflect this, citing race, is probably also on the take. So make sure to check out Nick Shirley and all his amazing journalism that actually forces the mainstream media to cover it too. And if you appreciate my concise, light-order commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription and you'll subscribe to Decoy.
I like decoy voice. I like decoy voice. It's very, very concise and enjoyable. His commentary, especially, he's Korean. He's gonna embody it. Again, are racists out there? Yes. Will there always be racists out there? Absolutely. Absolutely. But just because there are racists out there, just because there will always be racists out there, doesn't mean we need to protect people because of this small group of racists. We don't. We don't. A criminal's a criminal, and criminals should be seen as such. Just like how they passed laws to protect the alphabet community when they pursue children. There are laws in the United States and I forgot what state it was, to protect the alphabet community or the password community for when they approach children and when they're targeting children. They're better protected. No. I don't care what that person identify as or if he's targeting a kid, well, honestly, I personally believe like if you target like the most innocent among us, you don't deserve to be on Earth. You don't. 6 feet under, or your ashes just feeding a tree. That's how I believe. That's how I believe. Just because they have a mental foible that they personally can't deal with themselves doesn't give them protections to harming and scarring children. Oh my gosh.
You guys got a video? So bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait, where's that?